Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. Before I get too into today's video and forget, I wanted to remind you guys that we have more of the Committed Crew Champion Windbreakers coming at the end of this month. So follow the Committed Crew on Instagram or go to the Committed Crew's website and sign up for the newsletter. We don't spam. We really only send like one email every time there's a drop. So go on there, sign up for the newsletter. We will send you an email to remind you about the upcoming drop. Now, onto this boy. I would like to get this thing on the street. It doesn't look like it, but my goal for today is to get this thing on the road. Just a quick little test run, make sure everything works. We have no idea anything about the transmission. We know the engine starts, but we don't really know much more than that. So I would like to get it on the road just quickly and make sure everything is going smoothly with it. So there's a bunch of stupid little things that have to get done to get this thing on the road. I actually came out here and I made, well, I didn't make, but I turned the stock steering shaft into this thing. I'll just show you guys what I mean. We are left with the shaft, and here's what I want to try and do. Now, a lot of people, there's like little things you can buy that extend it or whatever, but basically this hole, in my brain at least, I haven't actually tried this yet, should, with a little shaving, go right into there. And once that's right into there, we're going to be maybe an inch or maybe 2 inches shy down there. So I'm thinking like this is so simple, dude. Dude, I can't believe this actually worked. I literally just stripped this down to like absolutely nothing. I got a nut and bolt through the top. I got this at the bottom. I use like these little squishy, they're like a pretty dense but like rubber washer just to give it a little bit of extra play because I knew that I was messing with it a little bit. So that's what's supposed to have some wiggle room. I figured the rubber would be good for it. So that's super fire. It turns, everything works. Very, very tight. I'm gonna end up buying a new one, but for the sake of getting on the road today, I built that. Yesterday turned into an absolute mess, so I started filming but didn't really get anywhere with it. So yeah, there's not a whole lot that has to get done, but there's a bunch of tiny little like annoyances that have to happen. So actually, I put this in the last video. I put like a little screen pop up because I forgot to explain it, but the drive shaft was spinning when we had the engine started. And so if you guys remember when I made this little shifter cable, I put it up here. I made this little bracket. The same bracket on the transmission side. This boy right here, I guess it's just, this is from a 2007. This is from a 2003 or 2 or something. So I guess it literally just, the cables are this much different. Unless I can find any sort of play in this somewhere, it wasn't actually clicking into park. So that's why the drive shaft was spinning. It makes total sense. We may as well start with this since we're under here. Actually, I just dropped the truck back down just to make sure that like what I'm doing is right. And I think the problem's right here. So I guess when I first bolted this piece up, you guys can see that little piece of metal right there, that'll slide. So I wonder if I could just play to, yep, go all the way down. Aha! It clips. That was significantly easier than I thought it was gonna be. All I gotta do now is just bolt this wherever it wants to be, not wherever I had it, literally that much lower. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. The gear selector lines up. Yeah, dude, it's all way too close for comfort, but if you're in a pinch, I mean, it works. It definitely works. I'm 99% sure we're not gonna get anywhere with our gas pedal sitting on the bench, dude. We're gonna need to put a gas pedal down in here. Bro, 1987 called and they want their basic ass gas pedal back, dude. Look how simple this stuff used to be. Literally just put a cable at the top and there's just pivots. The real question, how am I gonna get this thing up? Because it's obviously got 2 completely different bolt holes. Honestly, I doubt this will even bolt back. Oh, what? Oh, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. This one went a little something like this. Do we notice how this one went straight and maybe a little left, and this one goes hard right. Like if I mount that where that one was mounted, it's gonna be this much farther over. We need to mount it like on the other side of the steering column where the brake pedal is. Oh my God, and this is not even reversible. Bro, this is so bad. Nobody told me I couldn't use a stock GM pedal. But dude, the list of things that we gotta change after we test drive, or like once this car is like running, the list of things that need to change to get it to be like drivable, growing extremely fast. Both fenders on, I got everything kind of like tucked up, assembled, out of the way type deal. Basically, even just to run this thing for any extended period of time, we need coolant inside the rad. And to get coolant inside the rad, we need the fans, we need everything to work so it stays cool, so it doesn't overheat, so that we can even literally just fill the transmission. So I got this fender on, I got like the harness that we're not using just tucked inside of it. This is bundled up right here for now because obviously this isn't complete. I don't know where the best spot for it will be. And then you guys saw down here, I just kind of tucked and pulled everything up out of the way. This side, basically the same story. I tucked and pulled everything up. I zip tied a couple of these guys. I got all the wires kind of tucked and nicely put away. The only issue that I found with this fender, I told you guys we've had the battery on that box because the fender thing holds the battery tray. So here's the battery tray. All right, look at this issue that we have. These two holes go right there. So to put these, to get these to line up, we literally can't use that tranny line. So because any higher, like anything up here, the battery's gonna stick up past the hood. So it's just a no-go. So what I ended up doing was I shoved them right through the firewall, and now the battery cable's coming down here. So we got our negative, we got our positive. Ideally now the plan is gonna be we're gonna move the battery into the bed. Probably gonna have to relocate the fuel tank anyways, because to get a dual exhaust coming anywhere past here, the fuel tank's gonna be in the way. Rad's on, and then the fans, I thought I had these little push pin thing. You know the things that you mount fans to rads with? It's like a little spring wire thing. And I was like remembering having it, and I couldn't remember where I put it. And then I remembered, the reason I remembered is because I thought, I'm never gonna use these, and I chucked them like 2 months ago. Fans are really weirdly placed kind of at the top because I ran them just with like a little bracket system over this top part. And then I put a zip tie down there. So there's actually no intrusion on the fins because I don't want anything busting these fins. Because if you look, dude, this is an older rad and it is like damn near perfect, dude. This thing has not seen anything hit it. So now we just got one more thing left to do here that we gotta put on this truck. Something I did notice too that's kind of weird is this obviously has a filler cap like every other rad I've ever seen in my entire life. This one doesn't. I guess the newer trucks, you fill them by filling the reservoir, but I thought it was very strange that there's literally not a single filler spot on here. I'm pretty sure that goes to the reservoir. The other side has nothing but a drain tube. I'm gonna go ahead and use the cheat code for filling this thing up because, well, it's not really a cheat code, it's the only way to do it. And that is why you do this when it's not running. So you can hear random little squirts, dude, right there. That's a coolant passage. I thought it was a coolant passage at one point because it came out of the block, but then I was like looking around and there was nowhere good for it to go. Because watch, I bet you if I pick this up, there's still a little bit in this little lower section right here. If I pick this up. What is that? Why you do that? We're just gonna plug this for now. They do sell plug kits, so even if you guys are not the kind of people that would want to plug this, you can't be totally wrong because people do it. Look at this hot shot rolling in on a bike. There's a car channel, bro. Get out of here. Buddy. We do car things. If I end up leaving it plugged for a long time, I'll probably buy a proper plug, but we're doing the only thing I could think of that'll actually hold pressure. It's a little unideal, but it's gonna work. What are you doing? I'm making a plug.
I don't see any drips.
Oh buddy, there's drips. I googled it and apparently that's like a steam trap thing. You can install a whole...
nippy?
Yeah. He doesn't go anywhere, he's got no home. He's homeless.
He doesn't go anywhere, but
No.
he leaks.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, maybe there's a piece that I don't have to the engine.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Some people just...
Someone will tell us.
I know.
Someone will tell us.
It just literally just has to hold pressure for us to test drive it. Doesn't have to hold pressure for a track day. It doesn't even have to hold pressure. It can leak a little bit.
They're gonna love this, buddy.
They're gonna either love it or hate it. But now we get to find out if this is actually full or if it just started leaking. Sounds good about full, do you hear that? Hey, so like, I don't know. Next Wednesday, you wanna go buy some funnels?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need lots of things.
I'm on a roll right now. Oh, we're peeing! Oh no! Oh no! We're peeing. What are you?
Oh, could that go to that or no?
Yeah, it could. It very damn well could. Two little nippies just wanting to hang out. Ready? And now, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that this little bracket that was already on my hose is gonna do the job of holding that on its way over to where we just put it. I don't know how much I trust any of this. All right, let's keep this thing right here. Ready for us to blow our eardrums.
Yep.
Look at this idle, man. 700.
Yeah.
I like this engine. I'm happy with it. I think. We haven't done anything yet, but like it seems nice. I think my intake air temperature sensor is broken. So those fans I think are on right now. I don't know why trucks do that. They just come on.
Right.
But we'll just have to keep a big eye on that. The coolant. Because if it gets hot, then we might have a problem. Oh yeah, it's gone. Anything that was in there is gone. You shouldn't need that, but it's there in case you do, okay? We're just gonna keep going with the liquid moly ATF. The whole neighborhood knows what we're doing because it's loud. It's leaking and I don't know if it's my fault. I have like a perfect seal. I have to go back in and adjust the ring. So if it's too high, it's probably just coming out. Courtney's dad said it takes forever, and I'm out here just like... Now why would you do that, Robbie? It was running fine. You had to go and clear the codes.
What does clearing the codes do on this
I
thing?
don't know. It's not supposed to shut it off. It had a bunch of them. It had throttle body because I had it unplugged earlier and I turned on the power and stuff, right? So I was just trying to clear all the BS ones we don't need anymore. So something's not happy here. I'm gonna say it's not gas because it's starting. All I did was clear the code. You piece of poo. It's killing it though because I'm giving it gas and it just dies anyways.
Should we just reset the battery?
We might have to, that's what I was thinking.
Wakey, wakey.
It's gonna get me in trouble. Shut the f up. I don't think they understand how loud it is. Why is it idling so high?
I have no idea. That's really weird, eh?
It's normal, and then it goes away. Because we had the battery off earlier and we fired it back up and nothing like that happened.
I don't know, maybe it's just trying to relearn itself.
Don't clear the fucking codes. Just let them be there. What do they do? What do they do? Nothing. They don't do anything. I know my O2 sensor's not plugged in. I didn't plug it in. I don't need to tell the computer to not know that. It doesn't care. And now I ruined everything.
So what are you checking? You're checking a vacuum line?
Yeah, well, if it's got a leak, there's like one vacuum line in this whole truck. My head hurts, in case they can't tell.
And your ears are probably ringing.
My ears are ringing. Oh boy. I just feel bad. Well, like, everybody in my neighborhood likes us. They like the cars, they think it's cool. But like 15 minutes of 2,000 RPM open header LS. It's excessive. Okay, it doesn't need to happen. I just want to know why it ran so beautifully before. It was loving it. It was 700, nice idle.
So you're gonna delete a sensor.
Well, the only thing, I deleted our MAF sensor because we don't have one plugged in. We have a MAP sensor, but our MAP sensor is unplugged. So I deleted it. I'm gonna delete our intake air temperature sensor, which I know these are important things, but listen, we don't have them. We just don't have them, okay? Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. We don't have them. There's nothing we can do about it. We don't have the sensor. And apparently we don't have a horn either. What the?
I just wanted to see this thing rolling.
I know. I don't understand. This took a lot of fluid. I filled this thing right up. It sucked a lot of fluid. We've seen this collapse and come back to life, so we know it kind of bled itself a bit. But the thing is, there's an array of sensors that are not plugged in, are not on this harness, or just like are weird.
Porch lights are on. It's probably about 9 o'clock.
Yep, 9:05.
We about to wake everyone up for the
annual Will the S10 start? Why do it be like this? We got it starting again, which is magnificent because we were just at a point where nothing was happening at all. One more for good luck, and all we're doing is driving it in the garage. I have a small secret that I've been keeping from you guys, and unfortunately, it's kind of buzz killing us right now. You guys know normally this is not something that we would give up on. We would basically just keep going until it ran. We're pretty close. I came back out here this morning. I fixed the dipstick leaking issue. I fixed a bunch of like random little problems that we were finding yesterday. There's a million codes on that thing right now because of all the different stuff that's not plugged in or working. And it could even be as easy as it decided like a mixture of what's plugged in and isn't plugged in, it's not happy with, and it's gonna run super weird until it figures it out. Like, who knows, dude? I do understand that we have some sensors that are not plugged in, and it's probably our fault that it's not running properly. On the plus side, we ran this thing for over an hour yesterday. Both the fans kicked in, it came up to temperature, dropped back down. All this stuff kind of bled itself. You can hear it over there, so that actually worked out nice. Like, I watched temperature rise and fall, which is good. While it was running nice, it was running really nice. And we're basically at the point right now where it can drive. Problem is, this harness that Current Performance built, I've told you guys this a million times. If you guys are new, at one point in time, we were gonna do a rear engine S10. We didn't do it. I kept the harness. We used it for this. That S10 was 91, this S10's an 87. So that is why I had to unplug a couple things from here, and then I had to jump a couple wires that went into this side that were supposed to go into this side. Couple different changes from the 91 to the 87 left us with a list that Current Performance gave me that I can go ahead and put a couple inline fuses like these boys myself and add a couple things to the harness to make everything good. But the problem is we got this harness built for a manual swap. So once upon a time, I did tell Current that I wanted to switch to an automatic from a manual, but what I didn't do was send them the harness back so they could redo it for an auto. I completely forgot about that. I remember talking to them about it. So when I first unboxed this thing and made that video, I thought it was gonna be ready to go for auto. I completely disregarded the fact that it was for manual. I then watched a couple videos on how to make your own automatic harness look super easy, so I tore mine apart. In this video, actually, I just never showed it to you guys because it became a mess. What explains all of this? I unloomed it all. I was gonna try and make a harness and dude, it's not gonna happen. There's absolutely no way. It's a lot harder than that guy made it look. Absolutely no chance. That and the fact that actually everything here is going really, really nicely, and Current wants me to put a couple of my own inline fuses in here and do a couple things like that. I would just prefer them to do it properly and do it all at once and do it right. So I told you guys, oh yeah, next year we'll send the harness off during the winter or something when we're working on the rest of the truck. We're just gonna do it now and get it over with. We're gonna get rid of all this. There's too much extra there. There's tons of extra here. You guys can see this loom goes into the truck. Just way too much is happening right now, and we're gonna get them to deal with it. So I really wanted to get this truck driving today because I really wanted to like send it off with a bang. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. It ran really well yesterday for the time it was running before I screwed everything up. We have made progress to the point where we're basically ready to reassemble everything and drive this truck once we just tweak a couple things. When the secret that I've been keeping is we have to send this harness back in. I don't want to be the guy that's putting inline fuses in a beautiful harness like this, and I don't want to mess it up, and we need the automatic that we don't have yet. So basically, I'm gonna pull this entire harness off, send it out to Current. It's gonna take them about a month, maybe a little bit more. to add the automatic transmission, to make all the changes that need to be made from the 87 to the 91, send it all back ready to go. In that time, obviously we'll work on some other projects, but we can get a full exhaust built for this thing. We can do a couple like gas tank mods, battery relocation, all the little things that are piling up that we didn't realize we had to do, we will get taken care of. And when this harness gets back and we can actually fire it up, all the sensors will be reading, everything will be proper, the transmission will read. So trust me, I'm extremely sad that we didn't get to at least drive this thing around the block, just like you guys are. We put so much time into trying to get this thing ready to go. But so if you see other people in the comments asking what happened to the truck because they don't watch full videos, they don't stick around to the end, just go ahead and comment back to them to watch this video, watch the whole video so that they understand what's happening. Truck should be back in about a month, and then go ahead and comment mashed potatoes for staying to the end of this video. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. We have a really big news coming next week. So stay tuned. Peace out and stay committed.